UFOs are real, burgeoning, and not going away. I am your intrepid host, and this is another edition of UFO Update. I think what we've got here, and you'll see this in just a second, is UFO brain fog. And when I interviewed this person, and she was kind enough and bold enough to come on the record, I posed some questions to her. Watch her body language, watch her facial expressions as she begins to cope and deal with the encounter that she had. We'll get into that. But first, a word from our trusted sponsor. Gold has been on an unstoppable run. It has gone up more than 81% in the last 5 years and almost 20% in the last 12 months. Folks, it's happening. Central banks are ditching the dollar and U.S. treasuries are buying more gold. The good news? It is predicted to go up more. UBS even said it might go up to $5,000 an ounce. Noble Gold Investments' phone has been ringing off the hook. Everyone wants to protect their retirement with gold, and folks, you can do the same. Noble Gold Investments can help you secure some gold to protect your future. From day one, you work with the same dedicated all-American experts. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced investor, Noble Gold Investments will make sure you get all the help you need. And this month, Noble Gold Investments will give you a free quarter-ounce gold standard coin if you open a qualified account. Folks, go to noblegoldinvestments.com. That's noblegoldinvestments.com. We've invested, and I am really glad that we did. So, Dana, you had an experience, something. You're driving in your car, minding your own business,
Yes.
and something happens. Tell us what happened.
Well, it's really strange because it's not what you would think of as, you always hear about encounters being during night and things flashing in the sky and stuff like that. Well, this was nothing like that, and at first I didn't think it was maybe an encounter. So my sister and I were driving on one of the busiest freeways in Southern California, the 91, and this was during traffic hour. This was like 3:30 in the afternoon in traffic hour, and we're stopping and we're starting and everything, and all of a sudden I look to my left. Okay, so we were headed west toward the beach, and then the other side was heading east toward the mountains. I looked to my left, and my sister saw it too, otherwise I wouldn't be telling you about it. But so there was, I would call it a craft, because it was I would say about at least 20 feet off the ground. It was moving at a snail's pace on the other side of the road. It was probably as big as a bus,
okay,
maybe a semi. I know, it's weird. So I first looked over there. I see this gigantic it looked kind of like a raft, but I know there were other parts to it. But the thing that I focused on was there was like in front of it a slowly rotating ball that was lit up.
Oh.
And it looked like it was like scanning or something. And so it was moving so slowly. My initial reaction was, this is going to cause an accident. People are going to start, their brakes are going to start screeching and people are going to be honking. Nothing. And there was like a point where I thought I should probably take my camera out and try to, my iPhone. And it would have been bad because it was like I'd have to unbuckle. I'd have to crawl over my sister who was driving and looking at it. I thought, well, I'll cause a wreck myself if that happens. So I didn't do that. I just studied it as best as I could. It was like a big craft. It was about, I want to say, like I said, about 20 feet off the ground. It's moving like snail's pace. My sister said she saw an exhaust pipe on it, but no exhaust coming out of it. But she said she could see like the lines as if there was exhaust. But the thing that really got me was the moving, the ball in the front. Should I show you the picture?
Yeah, hold it up.
Okay. I'm a terrible artist, but it's the best I can do.
Wow,
But you
okay.
can see like I made arrows for traffic because there's people all over the place and nobody was screeching to a halt. Nobody was
So
honking.
let me ask you this. Your sister saw it.
Yes.
You saw it.
Yes.
What year is this?
This was 2018
Okay.
in spring.
So both of you are Christians.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And you see something, and because it's bump and go traffic, are any of the other cars and the drivers that you can see, are they looking at the object?
I couldn't. I mean, I was looking around at one point. It's like, why aren't people stopping? Why
Right.
aren't people,
Right.
why aren't people honking?
Right.
And my initial thing was like, these idiots are going to get somebody in a traffic
Exactly.
accident.
Right.
Why are they doing this now? If they have to take pictures, why are they doing this now?
That is what we call UFO brain fog, because that is not a normal reaction. You're thinking that this shouldn't be happening because there's going to be an accident.
Yeah.
Instead of going, my gosh, what am I looking at here? That's, in my opinion, and I'm throwing this at you because you probably never went there.
My sister was I was texting her this morning about it because she was actually
Right.
supposed to come and,
Okay.
but she
Right.
couldn't show up. But she was like, yeah, she goes, why is it we were able to see it? Because we're both believers. And apparently nobody else.
Nobody else
Because
did.
I just was afraid there were going to be accidents everywhere.
Did you have any missing time? In other words, when you're going from point A to point B, you know how long that should take, even with the traffic. So you adjust for the traffic. Did you arrive at your destination later or earlier or anything like that?
Oh gosh, I can't recall that. I cannot recall that.
Did anyone meet you at the destination?
No, I think where we're going. I can't even remember where we were going. That's interesting. Wow. So you think it was?
Well, already you don't remember where you were going.
Yeah.
Don't you find that a little odd?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And only the two of you saw it? You're not sure about the missing time, or you don't remember that?
I don't remember that, yeah.
When you were driving and you saw the object, how long were you looking at the object for?
I want to say at least a good minute,
Okay.
minute and a half.
And then you passed it?
I believe we did at some point.
Okay.
Because it was moving slowly
Right.
the other way.
Right.
And, we were going this way, we're stopping. And then my sister was looking out the window at it, and
Did it have any windows?
the only thing I remember having a window, the glass ball was just slowly rotating. That's all I saw.
And did you hear any sound?
No.
Okay.
No sound, nothing.
And what color was it?
It was like a dark metal gray color, the body of it. And the little ball was like a window, and it was definitely on because I saw that it was, illuminated.
Did you, the next morning, upon awakening, did you notice anything strange when you went into the shower to take a shower? Most people shower in the morning, that's why I say that.
No, I didn't.
Nothing.
No.
No weird things with your hair or your skin or anything like that?
Not that I can recall.
Okay. That's good. That's good. Nobody else was reacting to it.
Not that I saw, and I was looking around. I was waiting to hear the horns or the screeching of the tires, because there were a lot of people on the freeway. Wow, weird.
So, any final thoughts?
I was just curious as to why my sister and I both saw it.
When you were driving and you finally passed it because it's going the opposite way, did you look in your rearview mirror to see it?
No.
What did you and your sister talk about after you saw it?
Well, we didn't talk a lot. We actually talked about it while it was passing.
Yeah.
And I said, "Do you see that?" She said, "Yeah." I said this, but we didn't really talk about it much afterwards. I didn't even think about this stuff till later.
You have to understand something. We call this UFO brain fog. It's a term I coined several years ago. Everything that because this is what I do. So I have the advantage over you because I'm asking questions from interviewing lots of other witnesses that have had a similar thing. So you have what I call UFO brain fog. Normally, normal people would be going, "Did you see that?" "Yes, I did." "What was it?" "I don't know." You're not doing that.
No, I didn't. Just
You're
at
not
the
doing
time.
that. Right.
At the time, that was
Right.
it. That's interesting.
Yeah. I would love to talk to your sister and get her take on it too.
Oh, I'll talk to her
Yeah,
about
please.
that for sure.
Dana, I'll give you the last word, and thanks for coming on the record. Really
Oh
appreciate
my
it.
goodness, well, thank you so much. I don't really have much to say except for, wow.
Okay.
Wow, I can understand now what other people go through. I'm always thinking like, well, why didn't they grab a camera? Why didn't they do this, do that? It's like, I get it.
When you're in it,
caught in the moment.
When
it's
you're
like,
in it, yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't even know. I mean, there's parts of this which are very mysterious, but I have heard this before from other witnesses where they've seen triangular shapes across the freeway, doing maneuvers like this, and no one's stopping. They see it, but no one else is seeing it.
Weird. Even
Yeah.
like I wasn't expecting anything like this during the middle of the day on a really,
I know,
really busy
I know.
highway. It's like, why would they
Welcome
do
to
that?
high strangeness. And then the fact that you don't say anything after you both see it.
No, just while we see it.
You're just driving the car, eating a bag of Fritos, or whatever.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, exactly.
Dana, thanks so much for coming on the record.
Thank you for having me.
Really appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Hold it up again. I'm going to zoom in on this.
That's
Okay,
the best I
great.
can do, but
That's good. That's perfect. Okay, one more question.
yes, sir.
Did the ball? Could you see through the ball of light? So, what color was it again?
It was like a gray. It looked like glass,
Okay.
but it looked like it was scanning. It looked like it was scanning something, and my sister even said the same thing in
Okay.
her text.
Right.
It looked like it was going really slow. Something
To
inside of it.
look up something or to study something.
Yeah, well, at first that's what I kind of thought. It was like, okay, well, they're taking pictures of the topography of the area at this time of day. What a bunch of idiots, they're going to get somebody killed, so yeah.
Completely irrational.
Yeah.
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 Nobody would say that, right?
I just
you
thought-
wouldn't say that, right?
No, but then like you're seeing it's lifted off it's like, wait a minute, it's like 20 feet off there's nothing under, there's no tires, there's nothing.
Right, nothing.
It's just moving slowly. Freaky stuff.
Thank you, Dana.
Thank you,
I
sir.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
I want to thank Dr. Michael Lake and Carl Gallups, Vicki Joy Anderson, Karen Wilkinson, and everybody who came up to the Dr. Michael Lake's conference last weekend. It was really a hoot. It was great to see the folks. It's a lot of wear and tear on Peggy and I, and it's just an all day of travel because you can't fly straight into Springfield. You've got to go to Dallas. There's an hour layover, and then you fly to Springfield, and then it's another 45 minutes to the hotel. So it's all day, and it's what we do. But it gets old after a while, to be honest with you. The next conference coming up is the One Prophecy Watchers Conference in Colorado. Go to prophecywatchers.com, prophecywatchers.com, and check it out. Anyway, folks, thanks so much for watching. I just think that thank you for coming here on a daily basis. Some of you, what's really great is meeting the folks at conferences and we get accolades, we get reports. LA, we watch you every night. Thank you for what you do. We pray for you. I want to tell you something. Your prayers is what keeps us going. I'm convinced of that. I am absolutely convinced of that. So anyway, thanks so much for watching.
Officials endeavoring to obtain all top flying saucers.
Marcel's own words, it was something that he'd never seen before. Something from another world. In our opinion, Marcel was a patsy.
Just verbal directions that we know was bandit.
That his father was telling the truth.
He dead in the eye, and he said, it really happened, and he held his hand up just like this. If they had 6 fingers, not 5.
He said they looked quite a bit like us.
Do you think your grandfather was a patsy?
100%.
The cover-up by the U.S. military.
Do you believe our government has made contact with intelligent extraterrestrials?
I can't discuss in public setting.
Do we have the bodies of the pilots?
Biologics came to some of these recoveries.
He deliberately obfuscated and made lies to the American people.
When the Pentagon decided to lie about what happened at Roswell.
Because standing 6 feet away, this little being about 3.5 feet tall.
She said the nurses who were there during the crash, they're now at a convent.
The first book that Randall wrote, and he said to Jess, he said, that's not fiction.
But for everybody, I mean, this is a human thing. It's a worldwide changing, be life-changing for everyone.
Was certainly not a weather balloon. and not something from this earth.